If you are over the age of 60, 70, or 80, I can say with near absolute certainty that someone, whether it was your primary care physician, a well-meaning family member, or a health magazine, has told you that the single best thing you can do for your longevity is to just lace up your shoes and go out for a walk. So you do it. You diligently track your steps. You walk down the sidewalk every evening, and you tell yourself that as long as you keep moving forward, you are successfully protecting your body from physical decline, muscle wasting, and the terrifying threat of losing your balance. But as a surgeon who has reconstructed countless broken hips and fractured joints in older adults, I am here to deliver a shocking, deeply disruptive medical truth that mainstream health advice completely hides from you. After the age of 60, simply going for a walk is not enough to save your balance architecture. In fact, for millions of seniors, relying purely on walking can create a dangerous illusion of fitness, while leaving the deep, protective stabilization muscles of your hips and pelvis to quietly wither and die in the background. Today, I am revealing the single wall exercise that is scientifically better than walking to secure your stability and prevent catastrophic falls. Most older adults assume that walking trains your balance, but from a strict biomechanical standpoint, walking is merely a repetitive, predictable movement that takes place entirely in one single direction, the sagittal plane. Walking does not challenge your lateral or rotational stability. Have you noticed that despite your daily walks, you still feel unexplainable dizzy when you turn a corner too fast? Do you still catch your breath or reach out for the furniture when stepping sideways over an object? Or perhaps you find your body subconsciously swaying to the left or to the right when standing completely still. These are the explicit warning signs that your deep lateral stabilizers, specifically your gluteus medius and pelvic floor networks, have gone completely dormant. When these side-to-side anchors are offline, walking cannot bring them back. You are essentially building a house on a shifting, uncalibrated foundation. The split second your foot hits a wet patch of grass, a loose tile, or an uneven curb, your forward momentum collapses sideways. Because your lateral reflexes are dead, your body cannot pull itself back to vertical. You go down instantly, taking the entire force of the impact directly on the femoral neck, leading to an immediate hip fracture and a permanent loss of physical sovereignty. But you do not have to live exposed. Today, under the strict clinical guidance of Dr. Arthur, we are completely rewriting your longevity blueprint. I am going to peel back the layers of human anatomy to reveal the exact biological reasons why walking is failing to protect your frame. And more importantly, I will teach you the ultimate single wall exercise that will manually reignite your lateral stabilizers, lock your pelvis into perfect alignment, and bulletproof your balance in less than 3 minutes a day. All you need is a plain, solid wall from the safety of your home. This is a comprehensive, step-by-step physical calibration masterclass. If you are ready to break free from the walking illusion, dissolve joint weakness, and reclaim your unshakable physical sovereignty, ensure you are fully subscribed to Dr. Arthur. Turn on your notification bell, and let us begin this critical structural transformation together. To understand why this single wall exercise is fundamentally better than walking for senior stability, we must break down the intricate, three-dimensional mechanics of human gait. When you take a step forward, your body enters a highly volatile, split-second phase, medically known as the single-leg stance phase. For that brief moment, one of your feet is completely off the ground, suspended in mid-air, while 100% of your body weight is loaded onto your single standing leg. Let us look closely at the engineering of your hip. The instant you are standing on one leg, gravity exerts a massive downward force on the opposite side of your pelvis, trying to make your hip drop into empty space. To prevent you from instantly tipping over sideways, your brain must fire a powerful, deep muscle located on the side of your hip called the gluteus medius. This muscle originates on the outer surface of the ilium and inserts into the greater trochanter of your femur. It acts exactly like a heavy-duty steel crane cable, contracting hard to pull your pelvis up and keep it perfectly level against the crushing pull of gravity. Here is the hidden medical crisis. As we cross the threshold of age 60, a combination of prolonged sitting and a lack of lateral, side-to-side exercise causes the gluteus medius muscle to suffer from progressive neuromuscular amnesia. The muscle literally forgets how to fire. When you go out for your daily walk with an amnesic gluteus medius, a dangerous structural compensation takes hold, a defect known as Trendelenburg gait. Because the muscle cannot hold your pelvis level, your hip drops downward every single time your foot leaves the ground. To keep yourself from falling over due to this hip drop, your nervous system forces your upper torso to jerk aggressively over toward the standing side, while your lower back muscles tighten into a hard, protective spasm. You are no longer walking with a healthy, aligned, fluid stride. You are rocking violently from side to side like a boat in a storm, placing an immense, destructive, grinding shear force onto your lumbar spine and your knee joints. This mechanical wear and tear leads straight to advanced spinal stenosis, chronic knee osteoarthritis, and a total loss of your internal balance radar. Walking cannot fix this issue because your body has already wired this crooked compensation into its automated movement script. Every single step you take is simply reinforcing the bad pattern, making your hips weaker and your balance more unstable. This is exactly why we must utilize the wall. A solid, unyielding wall provides your nervous system with a fixed external sensory landmark, medically known as tactile biofeedback. By pressing your body against a wall while performing a targeted isometric contraction, we completely eliminate your ability to use crooked spinal compensations. We isolate the gluteus medius with absolute surgical precision, forcing the dormant motor neurons to wake up, reforging the electrical connections to your brain, and flooding your hip capsule with warm synovial fluid to level your pelvic foundation once and for all. Now let us systematically break down the core wall exercise that is better than walking, along with its precise clinical variants. Pay close attention to the setup, the execution tempo, the breathing mechanics, and the micro adjustments required to protect your frame. The core masterpiece, the Isometric Wall-Press Anchor, the lost fix. This is the exact #1 movement referenced in our title. It creates a massive, isolated lateral contraction that perfectly levels your pelvic foundation and resets your balance radar. The setup: stand perfectly tall next to a flat, clear wall, with your left shoulder positioned roughly 6 inches away from the surface. Place your feet hip-width apart, arms resting comfortably by your sides. The execution: shift 100% of your body weight onto your outside right leg, keeping the right knee soft and slightly bent. Lift your inside left foot off the floor, bending the knee at a 90-degree angle, and press the outer side of your left knee and thigh flat against the wall. Take a deep diaphragmatic breath through your nose. As you slowly exhale through your mouth, drive your left knee outward into the wall as hard as you safely can, as if you are trying to push the wall down with your leg. Hold this maximum outward drive for 5 full seconds. The biological magic. While your left leg is pushing the wall, the gluteus medius on your standing right leg is forced to contract with extreme intensity to anchor your body and keep you upright. You will feel a profound, warm burn deep inside both of your hip joints. Slowly release the tension, pause for 2 seconds, and repeat. The blueprint variables. Complete 8 repetitions of 5-second holds on the right side, then turn around and perform 8 repetitions on the left side. Perform this daily. Supporting drill 1, the closed chain wall scapular slide, upper body alignment. This drill targets the lower trapezius and thoracic extensors, correcting the forward slouched posture that shifts your center of gravity too far forward during walking. The setup: stand with your heels, gluteals, upper back, and the back of your head resting completely flat against the wall. Place your feet about 3 inches away from the baseboard for comfort. The execution: raise your arms out to the sides, bending your elbows at a 90-degree angle, pressing your wrists and elbows flat against the wall. Inhale deeply, As you exhale, slowly slide your elbows downward toward your ribs, squeezing your shoulder blades together hard at the bottom. Then, slide your hands upward toward the ceiling, keeping your spine glued to the wall. The blueprint variables: perform 10 slow, controlled repetitions up and down, taking 3 seconds per phase. Supporting drill 2, the wall-supported heel-to-toe rocker, ankle calibration. This movement recalibrates the mechanical connection between your ankle joints and your brain, clearing out morning stiffness and preventing forward trips. The setup: face the wall completely. Place both of your palms flat against the wall at chest height to establish absolute 100% physical security. The execution: inhale deeply. As you exhale, press through the balls of both feet and rise up onto your tiptoes as high as possible. Hold for 1 second. Slowly lower your heels back down and immediately shift your weight backward onto your heels, lifting your toes completely off the floor, flexing your shins. The blueprint variables: perform this continuous rocking motion for 45 seconds continuously. Complete 2 total sets. Supporting drill 3, the wall-assisted single-leg clock glide, dynamic stability. This advanced protocol trains your body to maintain a perfectly level pelvis while your opposite leg is moving through multiple directions in space. The setup: stand tall next to the wall, placing your inside hand flat against the surface for balance support. Stand firmly on your single outside leg. The execution: take a deep breath. As you exhale, slowly extend your floating leg straight forward, hovering it just an inch above the floor. Return to center. Next, swing that leg out to the side, then sweep it straight backward behind you, all while keeping your torso perfectly vertical and your standing hip locked in space. The blueprint variables: perform 5 complete forward side back cycles on one leg, then switch sides. Complete 2 sets. We have now systematically deconstructed the complete, multi-layered medical architecture of senior gait stabilization. We have exposed the walking illusion that leaves your deep stabilizers unguarded, and we have unlocked the precise clinical wall protocols required to lock your pelvic foundation into perfect alignment. But as your physician, I must speak to you with absolute unyielding candor. A masterclass blueprint is entirely useless without daily, dedicated execution. Neuromuscular amnesia and pelvic instability are progressive, relentless biological forces. They do not take days off. Every single hour you spend completely motionless in a deep, soft chair, gravity is weakening your side-to-side anchors, pulling your posture down, and eroding your balance radar. Therefore, you must treat this single wall press exercise not as an optional fitness routine, but as a mandatory, non-negotiable daily lifestyle prescription. Just as you would never forget to take your vital heart or blood pressure medications, you must never forget to give your nervous system its daily movement stimulus. This 3-minute investment against the wall is your ultimate insurance policy against a devastating loss of physical independence. Set a specific, sacred time every single day to dedicate to these drills. Turn your daily preparation into an automated, unshakable shield against physical decline and catastrophic sideways falls. I want to remind you of an extraordinary, profoundly empowering biological reality. Your body possesses an absolutely magnificent, lifelong capacity for adaptation, neuroplasticity, and cellular remodeling. Your brain, your nerves, and your hip joints are hardwired to respond to the physical challenges you place upon them. They possess a profound capacity to build new motor connections, to strengthen joint integrity, and to completely restore fluid alignment, regardless of whether you are 60, 70, or even 90 years old. You are never too old to get steady. You are only ever too stagnant. Stop letting an uncalibrated stride or the fear of a sudden stumble shrink the physical boundaries of your life. Do not step back from the world. Fortify your lateral pillars, level your pelvic foundation, reignite the natural stabilization engine inside your hip joints, and step forward into your future with long, fluid, unshakable strides, absolute confidence, and complete, total sovereignty over your physical freedom and your lifespan. If this comprehensive masterclass shed light on your balance journey and brought true clinical value to your life today, please take a moment to support our channel's mission by hitting that like button. Share this vital video immediately with your spouse, your close friends, your neighbors, or anyone you care about who deserves to stay strong, safe, and entirely independent for all the years to come. Let us build a global community of resilient seniors together. Thank you for investing your valuable time with me today. I am Dr. Arthur. Lock into your foundation, move with absolute power, and I will see you in our next clinical health blueprint video.